Hi viewers, this is Madhu Dharmapuri. Welcome back to our channel Passionate About Physics. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe it and watch the videos uploaded in this channel. So in this present video lecture, I am going to explain you total internal reflection. What is total internal reflection and what are its applications? So before we go into the details of this phenomenon called total internal reflection, we will discuss little basic things about light rays and reflections. Every light ray travels in a straight line in homogeneous medium. But if that light ray strikes on the surface which is separating two media, then part of that light ray would refract and part of that light ray would reflect. So this is how it happens. Consider two mediums. One is denser medium and this I am considering it as rarer medium. So one light ray is coming from denser medium to rarer medium by making an angle of incidence I, which is striking at this point on the interface separating these two media. Then part of this light ray would refract like this because this bending is away from normal due to the reason the incident ray is coming from denser medium to rarer medium. So this is angle of refraction, so which would be greater than this I. The bending is away from the normal and part of this light ray would also reflect. This will be equal to I, the angle of incidence. Usually it's angle of reflection, but this would be equal to angle of incidence according to law of reflection. Now what I will do is, if the angle of incidence is little increased, the angle of incidence for the same case, this is denser medium, this is rarer medium, it is little increased, so that what would happen? The angle of refraction should increase further because R is always greater than I. Right? So then in that case, if this I is equal to some critical angle, theta c here is critical angle. If this I is equal to theta c, then that refracted ray would go along this interface by making 90 degrees with the normal. This is the angle of refraction. And the remaining part of the ray would again reflect as usual. So the basic difference between this and this is, I have increased the angle of incidence which is equal to the critical angle, so that the refracted ray is passing along the interface and making an angle 90 degrees with the normal. So now if we further increase this angle of incidence greater than this, then what would be expected? This refracted ray will be coming towards this same medium. That is actually total internal reflection. I would explain it little later, but before that, from this picture, if I consider the refractive index of this is mu d, denser medium, and refractive index of rarer medium is mu r, so that from Snell's law we can write mu d sin theta c, mu d sin I or I is equal to theta c will be equal to mu r sin 90. This is 90. So sin 90 is 1 and hence we will get sin theta c will be mu r by mu d. R theta c will be sin inverse of mu r by mu d. This is important formula. The special case of this will be if one of this medium is rarer medium, not one of this. If rarer medium is rare air, if rarer medium is air with the mu r equal to 1, then what happens to this formula? Also consider the refractive index of mu d, refractive index of denser medium. I am considering it as mu. Then the formula would be sin theta c is equal to 1 by mu. 1 by mu. Now if you see, theta c will decrease if mu is increased. Theta c will decrease if mu is increased. That means that if the denser medium refractive index is more, then the critical angle will be smaller, and at smaller angles itself, at smaller angles of incidence itself, the total internal reflection will happen. The more the denser medium, the chance of having total internal reflection is more because of decrease in value of critical angle if refractive index of the denser medium increased. Right? So this is very, very important. And coming back to this picture which explains about this phenomenon, as I said, for I equal to theta c, the refracted ray is passing along the interface. If the angle of incidence is further increased, that is I is greater than theta c here, the refracted ray is not there if you see this picture. Then where did it go? That refracted ray is coming back to the same medium which is converted into reflected ray. So in this case, 100% of the incident ray is reflected into the same medium. This happens at an angle of incidence greater than its critical angle. So this is total internal reflection. Now you can see the definition. If a light ray is traveling from denser medium to rarer medium with angle of incidence greater than critical angle, then no refraction takes place, but light ray is 100% reflected in the same medium. This phenomenon is called as total internal reflection. This is very, very important phenomenon which we use in the optical fibers to carry the signals without any loss of energy. So very, very huge application it is. Hope you have understood. Thank you very much for watching this.